Does anyone else ever sit on their countertops? Because I do all the time. I don't know. I've done it ever since I was a kid. Hello, my name is Jocelyn. I am Doug's wife, and thanks for clicking on this video. Today we're going to talk about lunches. Lunches are hard. I would just, grab something quick if it were up to me, but I got all these kids to feed. Usually lunch comes at a busy time of the day when there's so much going on and we're in the middle of school. Sandwiches are great, but my kids get sick of them real fast. So if we do have lunch meat, I sometimes just let them roll up a tortilla with some cream cheese and a pickle, and they enjoy it that way. Or if I make like homemade bread, they really like that. And it seriously only takes me like 5 minutes to put a loaf of bread in the oven or in the bread maker around, I think 9 o'clock, and then at 12 o'clock it's ready. I keep everything really handy and accessible just to throw a quick loaf in, and that's actually what we're doing for lunch today. So in this video, I put together some lunches for you that are a little bit out of the box. We have them all the time, but they're still easy enough that you can make them on a busy homeschooling day. This video is also a collaboration with the Blessed Bears and some other homeschool mamas here on YouTube. So go ahead and click on the playlist link below in the description, and you'll find a lot of other helpful lunch ideas in there. So this first lunch is just some cheesy rice with vegetables, and you start by putting 4 cups of chicken broth into a pan and bringing it to a boil and just adding some frozen mixed vegetables. So after you bring it to a boil and cook your vegetables for a little while, you're going to add your rice. I usually add about 1.5 cups. One thing I love about cooking rice in chicken broth is that it never sticks to the pan. So you're going to also want to put on a lid once it boils and simmer it on low until the rice is cooked. After the rice is cooked, you're going to add a stick of butter, let that all melt down in, and pour in some milk. And you just kind of make it like macaroni and cheese, and you add the cheese and you stir that all up, and it gets really creamy and really good. Look at you! So the second one is also a rice meal, but just a little bit different twist. It starts out with the chicken broth again, and you add a can of tomatoes with green chilies if you want, and black beans. I also had a bag of sweet corn in the freezer, so I decided to add about 1/2 bag of that. So after you bring that to a boil and let it cook for just a little bit, you're going to add your rice. I add 1.25 cups. You could add up to 2 cups of rice if you wanted, but we like ours a little bit on the runny side, or we don't like it dry, so I don't add as much. As you can see, there's a little bit of liquid still in the bottom, but it'll kind of keep soaking up as it sits anyways. And yeah, it makes for a really good bowl of rice. You can add any toppings that you want on this. In fact, I forgot the cheese in the picture, and the kids were like, "What about the cheese, Mom?" So they added some cheese to theirs. But you can also throw in some avocado, and the kids love to squirt lime over theirs. And I absolutely love serving leftovers if at all possible. This day we had some cheesy ham and potato soup, and I made a loaf of bread. Usually my husband takes all the leftovers with him to work, but I'm just always so grateful when we do have leftovers for lunch. I just feel like that is so quick and easy. And one of the kids' favorites is homemade pizza. The dough is really easy to make. I will link it up in the cards and maybe in the description below. It's a different video that I did where I showed how I made it. It's like the first recipe on the video, so go ahead and check that out. But it's a super simple and fast pizza dough recipe, and you just put on all the toppings and bake it. I do not chop all those vegetables. I just keep some pre-chopped veggies in the freezer. That's easy to just throw on when I need them. Making pizza is pretty simple. It takes me less than 20 minutes, I would say. And with this one, I just opened a can of pineapple, and we had some ham lunch meat in the refrigerator, so I just kind of broke it up. Another super simple meal that we like to make is just sweet potatoes in the Instant Pot. And the kids love it, and it's so easy and simple. After they're cooked, I like to take the skins off for the little kids, and the older kids, they can just do their own. But just add some butter and drizzle on a little bit of honey, and you're good to go. Sometimes I'll make, a side dish, or they can grab something out of the fridge, a cheese stick or whatever they want, a piece of fruit. But yeah, that's just like the main dish. And we always have plenty of honey around because we buy ours by the 5-gallon bucket. The hole that you see is just where we dig down and get the softer stuff. I do decrystallize it, when I need to. And the last meal I want to show you is Hot Pockets. I'm going to make ham and cheese today, but you can do them with pizza toppings or however you want to make them. You can pretty much stuff them with whatever you like. And here you're going to see me making the dough, and I would recommend just using the pizza crust recipe that I will link down below. This time I used some provolone and pepper jack and some ham, just some ham lunch meat, the kind that doesn't have nitrates. It's really helpful for me to mix up the dough ahead of time, and then when lunch comes along, then you can just roll them out and put them in the oven. This one does take a little bit more time, I would say, because you have to do them all individually, so there's that, but the kids like to help. They are delicious. I want to thank y'all for watching this video, and if you liked it, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to hit the like button and check out the other videos in the playlist. See you next time. God bless.